If you're still using VS Code, Copilot and copy pasting bugs into ChatGPT like it's your toxic ex, bro, we need to talk. Because this is Cursor AI. And it doesn't just autocomplete like Copilot, nah. It reads your full code base, fixes your bugs, write your test and explain code like a college topper friend. And yes, even writes comment messages so you stop typing final fix actual final.py. I use it for a 1 week and bro, VS Code started feeling like a notepad. Let me show you how it works and why it's low-key terrifying in a good way. Now Cursor looks like a VS Code, but don't get fooled. Inside, it's powered by GPT-4o, Claude and black magic.
अंदर से कुछ और ही है.
Cursor reads a code like that one friend during finals, dehydrated, unshowered, but suddenly a genius.
क्या बात कर रहे हैं?
So let's start with Cursor AI tutorial. So first head to cursor.sh and download the app. It's free, like Mac, Windows and Linux. Cursor supports them all. So as you can see, I am already on cursor.com page. Here you can see download for macOS. So I'll just click on download for macOS and then download will begin. For like Windows and Linux people, you can just click on all downloads and here you can find all options like for Mac, Windows and Linux. So you can download it as per your requirement. I have already downloaded it and installed it on my Mac OS. So now let's go to Cursor UI. Let's close this. This is Cursor UI app. So what I will do, I will open one of my GitHub repo here. So let's first go to GitHub. So as you can see here, I have opened one of my GitHub repo, which is for like Spring Boot and React.js application. So what you can do, you can just log into your GitHub or Google, like no OpenAI key needed here. Cursor gives you free access to GPT 4.0 out of the box. So yeah, I have already logged in and selected one of my repos. What we will do, we will just use this repo in our Cursor AI tutorial. Now what you can do, you can just click on code and you can use this URL to clone your Git repository. As I have already cloned it, I'll just open directly from here. And yeah, we have opened React Workspace repo. Now let's see what Cursor can actually do. Now we will ask a couple of questions to Cursor and let's see how it responds. Let's say you are working on someone else's code base or even your own after 3 months and you forgot what your function does. It's okay, Cursor remembers. So what I will do, I'll just right click on any one of the function and will ask Cursor like what this function does. So I'll go to, so I will select this one, okay. Here I'll right click. It's I think already added to current chat. So we can directly ask, explain what this class does. And now let's see what Cursor has to say. And look at that, a crystal clear line by line explanation. It's like having a college topper friend explain your assignment without judging you. So next one, got an error in your code. Usually you would paste it into ChatGPT and pray it understand. Scroll back to your code editor. But Cursor, no drama. Highlight the bug, press Command plus K and say fix this error. Now what we will do, we will modify this my courses code hard code service.java class and we'll introduce couple of errors and then we'll ask Cursor to fix it. So let's make it find by ID capital. Okay, so now let's make it till capital I here. So I think it should give error because it should have find by ID and ID should be small as per like Spring Boot convention. And what next, I think let's make it void here. Yeah, okay. So now let's ask Cursor to fix this. fix these errors. So as you can see, cursor has identified find by ID one. I think one delete by ID. Yeah, one delete by ID is also has I capital. So it has identified delete by ID function too. And the next one is rename from in counter to ID counter for clarity. Okay, it has identified. We can even rename I in counter here. Okay, this one. Okay, so now let's push it further. Writing test. We all say we will do it, but let's be honest, half of us never do. So we will just ask cursor write unit test for this function. Okay. So let's ask write unit test for this functional class, right? So let's wait and watch what it sees. So now look at that. Cursor has written test cases for this class. So now what cursor does, now cursor scan this class, understand the logic, write real working test cases, whether it's Java test, Py test, you choose. Now you can impress your manager by saying, yeah, I wrote test, while secretly letting cursor to do all the heavy lifting. Now let's generate a new file just by describing them. This is wild, right? You don't even need to write a boilerplate anymore. Just tell cursor what you want to do and it writes a file. So let's ask cursor create a fast API route with get, post, and delete in Spring Boot. And let's see what cursor says. Okay. So I think cursor has generated the endpoints. Okay. Now let's see what it has written. So as you can see, cursor has created a new class with all the API code changes. So in this way, uh, cursor can even create a new thing, and we don't need to write a boilerplate anymore. So this is what separate cursor from Copilot. It doesn't just autocomplete; it generates entire files with structure and logic. So like need a React component, API handler, auth middleware, just describe it and it's done. Now let's do smart git commit messages. So what we will do, I'll just add one comment testing this changes. Okay, I'll save it and I'll ask cursor to commit this changes. Please commit this changes and let's see what it does. See, as you can see, it has identified our changes and given this git add and commit command. Let's click on run. So yeah, your changes have been committed. Yes, want to push these changes, and I think it will generate push command. This too. Let's click on run, and our changes has been successfully pushed to remote repository. So in this way, cursor looks at what we changed, why we changed, and suggest a clean professional commit. So now you stop typing things like final v2 fixed real final dot py or java. Okay, so I'm not saying cursor will make you better developer, but your git history won't look like a breakdown anymore. So now what we gonna do, we will just go back to our git repository and see whether those commits are completed. So let's refresh it, and you can see 1 minute ago, yeah, testing this changes. this changes we did in local, right? So yeah, Cursor has identified those changes and committed those changes to our repository. So now let's recap what we did using Cursor AI. First, we ask Cursor AI to explain our code. Second, fix our bugs, write our unit test cases, generate entire files like APIs for like get, put, post, or delete, and last one, to do smart commit. Okay, so like it's like having an AI developer buddy who doesn't need sleep breaks or salary. VS could walk, so Cursor could cook. If you are not using it yet, give it a shot. Link in the description. And if you want a full AI project built inside a Cursor like a chatbot, movie recommender, or API, comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stop naming files. Final things one were actually .py. Let's Cursor handle it.